I know that every single one of us in this House, in this chamber, wants the fighting to stop and the conflict to come to an end. Loss of civilian life is always a tragedy, no matter what the justification for the military intervention which leads to it. So yes, our government must use all diplomatic means possible to try to secure another humanitarian pause in the fighting, to get hostages out and more aid supplies in. But, Mr. Deputy Speaker, demanding an immediate ceasefire, I'm afraid, amounts to asking Israel to unilaterally lay down its arms, while its hostages remain in peril and while Hamas retains power in Gaza. Hamas official Ghazi Hamad has said that they would repeat the 7th of October attack, quote, again and again. He said, October 7th, October 10th, October 1 million, everything we do is justified. That is shocking, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and unless Hamas is defeated militarily and removed from power in Gaza, there is nothing to stop it rebuilding its capacity to commit heinous acts of terrorism. Now, I appreciate that people who call for an immediate unconditional ceasefire are sincere and well-intentioned, but I do feel that such call means abandoning support for Israel during their time of greatest need, when they are exercising their right of self-defense. And we must not forget the 7th of October attacks, in which 1,000 people lost their lives, involved sickening levels of violence and abuse, murder and mutilation, the killing of babies, children and the elderly, decapitation and rape and sexual abuse of the most horrific kind possible. When I visited Israel in January on a trip recorded in my register of interests, I had the chance to speak directly to people who are suffering the torture of knowing that their loved ones remain in the hands of this violent Islamist death cult. We must not forget the hostages still held in Gaza, who may well be being raped or tortured right now. No pause or ceasefire can be workable, sustainable or permanent unless it comes after the release of all hostages, after defeat and removal of Hamas from power, and after an end to the terror group's capacity to repeat their 7th of October atrocity. And that is why I will be voting for the government's motion this evening.
Martin.